Hello, this is Laura Pritchard, your missionary here in Monrovia, Liberia, West Africa. I am so excited. I'm still basking in the afterglow of a great week. From Friday, February 25th through Friday, March 4th, we had four visitors from Michigan here. Three students from Calvin University, along with their professor, Eric Washington of Calvin University also. The three students from the States were partnered with four university students here in Liberia. The four students are from four different universities, and it was a great week together. And this week was a part of an innovation experiment. Professor Washington and I partnered and applied for an innovation experiment grant through Resonate Global Missions back in August. We were awarded the grant and we started our experiment the end of November and started meeting with our young people the early part of December. The purpose of this innovation experiment is to really begin to empower young people to do the work of ministry, and to really affirm this idea that one doesn't have to be ordained or commissioned, but one can be called by God at no matter what age they are to do the work of God. And beyond that, myself and Professor Washington, who happens to be the program director of African and African Diaspora Studies, we were also asserting as a part of this experiment that we believe that people of African descent, we believe that all of us have been damaged by sin, and particularly by the sin of racism. But when we look specifically at the African American community, or the community of folks who are of African descent, we know that because of racism, colonialism, and tribalism, there has been a damaging and distorting of our identities. And we believe that if we can connect young people, well, any of us, but we're focusing on young people on one side of the Atlantic with young people on the other side of the Atlantic, and we tell our stories. We get to know each other. There's something about the sharing of stories, and I learned this from John Lee. So shout out to John Lee. Thank you, John Lee, for this process of storying. That if we share our stories, and then what we also did was share our stories in the context of where we are from. So we shared some African American history, and we've shared and learned some Liberian history. And so those histories connect to our individual stories, and our stories connect us to each other. And we believe that this connecting can lead to healing, can lead to empowerment, and can lead to some explosive and powerful things that God can do in and through people. And so our young people have been meeting, as I said, since the beginning of December. They met together in person for 1 week last week, and now they're going back home. And this is where we allow our young people, they're going to be meeting this week to determine next steps. They're going to come back and report to us, and we're going to be talking about what has happened to them individually. What is God doing in them individually? What does God want to do through them in their communities? What does God want to do through them together as a collaborative body on the U.S. side and on the Liberian side? What will be the outcome in their individual lives, and what will be the outcome for them collectively? And so that's the next step of the journey. What is God doing? What kind of healing and transformation and reconciliation is taking place as a result of our work together? So I just want to give you an overview. I'm going to post the description of the experiment on our page. Just wanted you to hear from me and hopefully feel the excitement that I feel, and just want to give thanksgiving to God for what God is doing in and through us. So again, I want to say thank you. Henry is holding the light, so you can't see him, but we want to say thank you for your continued support. And once again, we ask that you would continue to pray for us. The experiment cost went beyond the parameters of our grant. So anything that you can do to help us pay the additional expenses or cover those expenses, that would be great. Anything that you can do to help us to continue to reach our goal. We have a $55,000 goal that we're working toward for our solar, for Henry's farming project, and for my vehicle. We have raised $21,150. So we are $33,850 away from our goal. So we still need to raise $33,850 to reach that goal so we can purchase our solar, our vehicle, and start Henry's project. And Henry says we're moving into rainy season, so we really need to get this project started. He says that he's ready to plant, I believe, Henry, did you say cassava? What are you ready?
And plantain.
Cassava and plantain. He's ready to plant, and that's going to take about $7,000 to get that portion of the project started. So again, financial support. Share our story with those who you think care about this, who would be willing to support us. Pray for us. Text us. Email us. We love hearing from you. And so again, we thank you for being with us, and we thank God for what the Lord is doing, and this good work that God has begun, the Lord our God will bring it to completion. So thank you, and God bless you.